111 Roman Emperor Septimius Severus dies in Eboracum, York in England, leaving the Roman Empire in the hands of his two quarrelsome sons, Caracalla and Geta. 744 Mary King of Tikal, Yik'in Chan K'awiil, besieges rival city of Naranjo, taking its king Yax Mayuy Chan Chaak prisoner, depicted stellar 5 Tikal. 960 Coronation of Zhao Kuangyin as Emperor Taizu of the Song initiates 3 centuries of Song Dynasty dominance in southern China. Ransom for Richard I. 1194 ransom of £100,000 of silver is paid for the release of Richard I, King of England, to Holy Roman Emperor Henry VI. In 1454, in the 13 Years' War, the Secret Council of the Prussian Confederation sends a formal act of disobedience to the Grand Master. Maximilian I assumes title 1508. Maximilian I assumes imperial title without being crowned. First Protestant Martyr 1555. Reformer and Bible translator John Roger is the first Protestant martyr under Mary I, when he is burnt at the stake at Smithfield, London. In 1586, Robert Dudley, Earl of Leicester, becomes Governor-General of the States General of the United Provinces, Netherlands. Hungary makes peace. 1620 Prince Bethlen Gabor of Hungary signs peace with Holy Roman Emperor Ferdinand Roman II. Cromwell grants rights to English Jews. 1657 Oliver Cromwell, as Lord Protector, grants Portuguese Jew Antonio Fernandes Caravaggio and other Sephardic Jews denizen status, first known rights granted to English Jews. In 1670 Battle of Sinhagad, Shivaji commander Tanaji Malusare captures Fort of Sinhagad from the Mughals, scaling the walls with help of pet monitor lizard. In 1697 3 Dutch East India Company ships anchor at Durkartugeland, Australia. 1699 350 rebellious Strelts executed in Moscow. In 1783 worst quake in 8 years kills some 50,000 in Calabria, Italy. In 1784 first unmanned balloon flight in Ireland. 1787 first Anglican bishops of NY, Pennsylvania consecrated in London. In 1787 Shays Rebellion of debt-ridden Massachusetts farmers fails. In 1797 earthquake in Quito, Ecuador kills 41,000. In 1803 William Dunlap adapts French melodrama Voice of Nature. In 1810 Royal Navy seizes Guadeloupe. In 1824 J W Goodrich introduces rubber galoshes to public. In 1846 Mormons leave Nauvoo, Illinois, for settlement in the West. 1847 First U.S. Telegraph Company established in Maryland. In 1849 University of Wisconsin begins in one room with 20 students. In 1854 Alvan Bovay proposes name Republican Party in Ripon, Wisconsin. In 1855 anti-Semitic rioting drives Jewish families out of Coro, Venezuela. In 1859 one of the oldest known copies of the Bible, the Codex Sinaiticus Sinai Bible, is seen in Egypt by Constantin von Tischendorf, who takes the manuscript home. Confederate President Jefferson Davis 1861 Confederate Constitutional Convention meets for the first time and elects Jefferson Davis President of the Confederacy. U.S. Civil War. In 1864 skirmish at Big Black River Bridge, Mississippi. In 1865 Hawaiian Board of Education formed. Mary Baker Eddy opens Bible. 1866 American religious figure Mary Baker Eddy reportedly cures her injuries by opening a Bible. In 1877 Ludwig Minkus Ballet La Béadrie, choreographed by Marius Petipa, premieres at Imperial Bolshoi Kameny Theatre in St. Petersburg, Russia. Black Donnelly Massacre. 1880 Black Donnelly Massacre in Biddulph, Ontario, Canada. Irish immigrant James 63, Johanna 56, John 32, Thomas 25 and Bridget 21 Donnelly murdered at home by members of the Vigilance Committee. In 1880 Steele MacKay's play Hazelkirk premieres in New York City. In 1887 Interstate Commerce Act authorizes federal regulation of railroads. In 1893 Ricardo Rodrigo's ballet La FLT Magique premieres by the Imperial Mariinsky Ballet in St. Petersburg, Russian Empire, conducted by the composer. 1895 First rolling lift bridge opens in Chicago. In 1899 the Philippine-American War begins with fighting between American and Philippine revolutionary forces. Franz Joseph I condemns nationalists. 1901 Emperor of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, Franz Joseph I, gives a speech condemning the demands of national groups and calls for economic and social reform. In 1902 Stanley Cup, Winnipeg Auditorium, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Montreal HC beats Winnipeg victorious 2-1 for a 2-1 Challenge Series victory. In 1903 Stanley Cup, Montreal HC beats Winnipeg victorious 4-1 for a 2-1 Challenge Series win. In 1904 John Millington Synge S. Play Well of Saints premieres in Dublin. In 1908 Star 46 was added to US flag for Oklahoma with the addition to the Union of Oklahoma on November 16, 1907. In 1913 Louis Pearlman patents demountable auto tire carrying wheel rim. In 1913 National Institute of Arts Letters founded. In 1914 US Congress approves Burnett anti-immigration law. In 1915 experiments to find cause of pellagra begin at Mississippi State Penitentiary. In 1917 Belgian Council of Flanders established. In 1919 City of Bremen S. Soviet Republic overthrown. 1920 first flight from London to South Africa departs takes 1 month. In 1922 after boycotts and international pressure, Japan agrees to return Shantung province to China. The Garden Party 1922 first part of Catherine Mansfield's short story The Garden Party appears in the Saturday Westminster Gazette. In 1922 WGYAM in Schenectady NY begins radio transmissions. In 1924 Jacob Tullenthams of Norway wins ski jumping gold at the Chamonix Winter Olympics. In 1936 he earns a silver medal in sailing at Berlin Summer Games. In 1924 Norway sweeps the medals in the Nordic combined event at the inaugural Chamonix Winter Olympics. Thorleif Hork wins his third gold of the games ahead of teammates Thorolf Strmstad Johan Grt Tumsberten. In 1926 Austrian Chancellor Seppelt wants to join Germany. In 1927 KGVAM in Spokane WA begins radio transmissions. In 1929 Archie Jackson scores 164 in Test cricket debut v England at Adelaide. 1930 First tireless, soundless, shockless streetcar tracks, New Orleans. In 1931 National League.